That's weird. That's weird. Kind of wearing me out.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Isn't that weird?
That's weird, man.
It's strange.
What's up, campers? Welcome back to episode 183 of Camp Strange. I am your camp counselor, Alex Tobin.
And I'm your other camp counselor, Little Pump.
And we're back to bring the spooky, wacky, weird, strange, and scream.
Wow. You before we started, you're like, oh no, my one word's so good.
It's better than murder.
That's
Yours is murder. Yours was murder.
Nothing better.
Well,
those are that murder are the stones we built this house off of. You know that?
Murder are the stones. Murder is the stones?
Well,
Murder are the stones? Murder the Stones.
the Rolling Stones, are they alive?
They can't die. I've seen them. They've either been dead or they can't die. I can't figure it out yet. But
It's somewhere in between.
anyway, we're back to bring the stories. And before we get you up on these stories about scream and murder, we got to catch you up on the news you may have missed. And David, did you see that users find that Facebook's new AI stickers can generate Elmo with a knife?
No. I did not. I did not see that.
Okay, so these stickers are actually like pretty impressive. Do you see them?
Yeah. Oh, is that Luigi with an AK-47?
That is Luigi and also Waluigi.
Is that Waluigi in the desert with a revolver?
Yes.
I'm gonna need that one.
So apparently what's been going on is, I guess, Meta, Facebook's parent company, released something where they have a AI sticker generator, so you could just type in like whatever you want and it'll like pop up
Anything.
and well, I guess I actually don't know. It just seems like people typed in the ones I got were they got Mickey Mouse rifle,
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse knife, Mickey Mouse toilet,
Oh.
Waluigi rifle. I think that's the best one.
Love that.
Child soldier. Karl Marx large breasts.
Well,
It's
you
really
made
good.
that one up, didn't you?
Nope, wait here.
Let me see, Carl. Oh,
You
yeah.
see them?
Oh, yeah.
They are large,
Yeah.
and they're Marxist. I don't know. I wish I was smart enough to know what Marxism really was.
Yeah, no. I thought, isn't that like
Socialism?
accuracy? It is.
I'm a Marxist.
Yeah, you're
Oh, good eye. Oh,
accurate.
got a good eye on you, huh? And then Trudeau buttocks.
Okay.
That's Trudeau with his butt out, and then it looks like Trump as a baby crying. Oh. So I just think that people have been, typing in whatever. Oh, Simpsons character in skimpy underwear. Homegrown Simpsons stuff. They already got that.
Yeah.
They already got that. But, yeah, so I guess they're dealing with a lot of backlash, which is actually a really – I think people like the idea of AI. I mean, I do too. It's fun.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's moving so fast that this is how you get into hot water if you're a company being like, okay, you guys can type in whatever you want. And then somebody's like, oh, well, you're using my image. I'm suing you.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you can't sue us. It's AI. And you're like, well, you're getting sued. And I think the courts are going to probably, I don't know where it's going to go from here.
Yeah.
I'm not a big tech guy. I'm more of a Marxist,
Yeah. I mean, AI is all fun and games until, you've got a big butt. And
I love that out of context. AI's put that in the newspaper. AI is all good and all until you got a big butt. Oh God!
you heard it here first.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like somebody can draw a picture of you like with a big butt or like a dinosaur body.
If they do, they'll be hearing from my lawyer.
That's my question. Is that using somebody's image if it's a drawing? Like, you got close, but you're like, oh, this isn't you. Because there's other people in the world that look like you.
There's laws of parody.
Like, if I drew Sloth from the Goonies,
Yeah.
and you tried to sue me,
Yeah.
you couldn't, because I'm like,
Well, no, because it
David,
would have
it's
been
not you.
Yeah, it would have
It's
been
not
Sloth
you.
from the Goonies.
Yeah, and you would have been like, no, that's me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, this is Sloth from the Goonies.
Yeah. And if
You're
I
like, look
drew
how
like a
big his
young,
butt is.
if I drew like a young Danny DeVito, you couldn't sue me.
Young Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
I like a young Matilda Danny. Is that
No, I'm
middle-aged
talking
Danny?
one.
Like Taxi Danny
I'm talking
DeVito?
Cuckoo's Nest.
Ooh, a little crazy guy. Okay, I like that. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this is all gonna play out. You know, I feel like a lot of companies are gonna run into a lot of issues.
Yeah.
I feel like AI is gonna be like write an article AI, and then you're just gonna find out the AI just plagiarized from like this exact same article, and then somebody's gonna get sued for that.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, oh fuck. But
I
anyway.
mean, you could try, but it's hard to sue a computer.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
They're like, it's kind of the scapegoat. You could be like, oh no, it wasn't me. It was the robot.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
but whoever made the robot, you know, they get sued. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's either going to deter a lot of AI, or they're going to have to start changing a lot of laws in order to make AI work.
It's a hot market for lawyers, let me tell you.
The big butt laws of 2023. Big butt versus the state of Missouri. Anyway, okay, what stories do you got?
Oh boy. Palm Springs residents complain about proposed AIDS memorial anus statue.
Wait, what's this look like?
Just
Just describe it to me. Is it a big butt?
If what I'm looking at does not look like an anus to me.
Oh, it's like a abstract anus.
Oh, you know what? The backside kind of looks like an anus.
That's what my doctor usually tells me.
Yeah, no, the first photo it showed one side of it, which looked more like a
Penis.
What do you call that on a camera? And the things they close to make the
a shutter.
Yeah, it looks more like a shutter, but the backside definitely that's a BH if I've ever seen.
Does
one.
it have like striation on it?
Uh,
Sorry, that's a little much.
That's a big word for me, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that's the right word.
I don't know, but it looks like a butthole.
You know what I'm talking about. You
I
got
think
the
so.
lines. You
Yeah,
got the lines.
like the knot in a balloon.
And people are mad about it in Palm Springs.
Yeah, because apparently it's an AIDS memorial and it looks like a butthole.
So for those of you who don't know about Palm Springs, there's two big demographics in Palm Springs, and that's retired old people and a big gay population out there.
Yeah.
So, or LGBTQ, I should say.
Yeah.
It's hard because I feel like sometimes old people are extremely tolerant, and then other time, I mean, most people are just like this. Most old people are like, this is back in my day. You were depressed and you hit everything about yourself.
Oh, I thought you said you hit everything. That too.
Yeah. After a few brandies, I just couldn't stop hitting, just swinging my arms around, and I got a promotion for it.
Yeah. When the dinner's cold.
Yep. But
because
yeah,
you
so
fell asleep in your recliner for 30 minutes.
with a cigarette,
Yeah.
now I'm up in flames. Yeah. So I feel like it's a very particular set of old people that are probably very upset about that. I think it gives the town character.
Yeah, I mean it's like a sand color. It's not like it's like fleshy. I guess you could say sand is fleshy, but
Do you think that the city commissioned that, or like, I mean, it's kind of weird that like the city would be like, yeah, like I feel like they try to avoid any kind of like, you know, anything that would be considered like raunchy or anything like that. But like, is it a privatized thing? I don't know. I mean, it's very interesting just to see them do that, knowing their clientele out there.
yeah, I don't know. I didn't read it.
Anus is cool statue.
Everybody's got one.
art is supposed to make you feel something, okay?
Yeah.
Evoke a reaction.
It's supposed to be
and it has.
inclusive, you know?
Exactly. So, we could put a Viagra pill statue up
That might work.
for the old people.
Yeah. No, the problem is
So
you're going to
they're-
wake up and you're going to see 12 old men trying to eat it.
Oh, Clancy's out licking the statue again. Clancy.
Milton, come back inside.
In the winter, they're all stuck to it by their tongues. Like the Christmas story.
Yeah.
It's good.
Dentures
Anyway,
are everywhere.
I have another story as of Marjorie Taylor Greene is asked not to show porn at Biden's impeachment hearing.
Damn. Where'd the fun go? When did
You
we
should
stop
be
being
allowed to-
fun?
When you should be allowed to watch a little porn at work.
Yeah, I agree.
Egg got a bush. Yeah, I think that she just keeps trying to show like Hunter Biden's like nudes.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And somebody made like a really good argument about this. There's like, this is kind of weird because Hunter Biden's nudes don't really have anything to do with anything in terms of like what he's accused of. It's just basically, is it?
I don't know. There's some of him smoking crack and banging hookers.
Is smoking crack a federal crime? Also, is banging hookers a federal crime?
Think so?
I think they're trying to get him on like embezzlement, but like I said, I think this is just like a way for them to like publicly shame the
Yeah.
president's son.
For
I
sure.
mean, like let's just call it what it is. It's like it is what it is, but it's fine. But it's just kind of weird too because like I guess if it's in a court case, it's not like revenge porn.
Yeah.
I don't know. But somebody brought that up in the comment section. They're like, "Is this like if you just like go to a courtroom and you're like, here's
Here's
a
my
naked
whore
picture-
ex-girlfriend.
Here's a naked picture of David Stokes, and they're like, "Sir, you had a parking ticket." I'm like, "I just want you guys to have this. Does the bill go down or up because I showed you this?" They're like, "Your fine increased by triple."
Yeah.
I'm like, triples is best.
Yeah. It's safe.
What's safe?
Triples.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Would you want your naked picture shown in a courtroom?
Yeah, why not?
What if it was your naked picture, but somebody photoshopped a big butt on it?
I think I'd be okay with that.
Oh, see, you're pro AI then.
Oh, who said AI had to get involved?
It's not natural. There's no way that's natural.
Man, I got bruises all the time because I can't. Every time I go through a doorway.
I'm gonna be like the principal at the school that like you ever seen that guy on TikTok that like acts like the short like overweight lady that's like the principal at school.
Yeah, I
and
think
the way
so.
she walks and like her her ass is so big, it's so funny. She like they like walk a certain way when they're like that short and stout. It's great. It's so funny. He got the impression down to a T.
Yeah, he's been watching.
Yeah. Anyway, so no porn in Congress anymore, apparently. God damn. They're ruining this country.
They really are burning it to the ground.
Do you have another news story?
Yeah, emotional support alligator named Wally denied entry into Phillies stadium.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Like, dogs?
Dogs.
Okay, wait. Dogs? Wait, I saw something. I saw a meme today that was like, it was a comic. And it showed like God talking to these little dogs with wings, angel wings on.
Okay.
And God's like, "I'm sending you down to earth." And he is like taking their wings off. And they go, "But we're not going to have our wings." And he goes, "I don't want them to know that you're angels. You're my secret angels." And the first comment underneath was, "I saw an angel eat a kid." I literally like that is the funniest line ever. I was like, holy shit, that is so funny. But my question is like, yeah, there's some dogs that like are emotional support dogs, and
Yeah.
I feel like they're just as rabid as alligator. There's probably some well-behaved crocodile. Was it crocodile or alligator? It's croc,
Alligator.
right? Full size?
5 feet.
See, that's the thing. You got to find the loopholes. I don't see why you can't bring one in, right?
Well, I mean, let's think about it. You get a dog. A dog can sit between your legs at the baseball game.
Yes.
A gator's going to take up 3 seats minimum. You know what I mean?
So it's a size issue. That's the issue. So if
I don't
brought
know
a
if
Great
it's
Dane,
I don't know if it's a size issue. I think it's a stretch issue. You know, they're not
Stretch.
folding. They're not sitting on their haunches vertically. You know, they're
a horizontal animal.
yeah, they truly are.
Yes. So if I brought a giraffe in,
I mean,
baby giraffe.
if you sit in the back, people can see through the legs, not blocking anybody. I don't see a problem with it.
I do question, like, what is the most controversial thing that, like, you probably won't get stopped? Like, can you bring a monkey into like a baseball
CVS?
game?
Oh, no, you couldn't bring a monkey. They're way too wiry, they're too skittish. You know.
But they support my emotions.
Yeah. You're gonna have to
Keep
get a
my
box for
potassium
that.
up. Put it in a box?
No, I mean like a box seat.
Oh, yeah. Well, if I got a monkey, obviously I have money, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I'm rich.
I think if you're buying a box seat, you can take an alligator in. I think you can take anything you in.
I agree with that.
You put
I
a
agree
muzzle
with that.
on the gator, or I don't see a problem with it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do see, like, I mean, I think, I'm not saying emotional support animals are not a thing, but like, let's be honest with ourselves. Like, it's kind of
I think 9 out of 10 are bullshit.
yeah, I've
It's
never,
just trying to get a dog on an airplane for free.
I have a deal. You're allowed to have an emotional support animal, but when that animal dies, you got to go with it. That was your emotional support.
Yeah.
I want a full mental breakdown, if not death.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's morbid. Jesus. But that's the law.
That's the law.
I didn't write the law. Hunter Biden wrote the law. This is his penis.
President Hunter Biden.
Oh. I one free crack rock for everyone. It's my emotional support rock.
Yep.
Anyway, okay, I think we're caught up on the news. Kind of a flat week for news.
Yeah, no, that was it was kind of hard to find anything to talk about. Not too much wacky shit lately.
I saw one and I was like, I pulled it and I was like, that's not even that wacky. It was just it was a pedophile hunter that got killed. And I was like,
Bark up the wrong tree, buddy.
Well, he was like, basically, like, just because, like, the QAnon stuff and people being like, they're grooming children and stuff like that. So I guess a lot of people are, like, going to the streets and being like, we're going to hunt pedophiles. It's like a new I mean, ever since To Catch a Predator, it's been kind of a thing. But, like, this one guy was doing it. He was, like, 50, like, late 40s, early 50s. And he was out there doing it somewhere. I forget where he was. And he, like, went into this restaurant and accused these two guys of being pedophiles. And one of them pulled out a knife and tried to stab him. The other guy pulled out a gun and shot him. And they were 17 and 18 years old. So I think he accused the 17-year-old of being a pedophile because he pretended to be a 15-year-old. I'm like, I mean, I
17's
get
fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's like, he didn't do his research, or I don't know what he was doing, but I was like,
Rookies.
yeah, you got. David pulls up in his full SWAT van.
No, Batmobile, baby.
He makes you send full nude picture of Hunter Biden before you guys meet up, just to know your intentions.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Guess what type
But,
of
yeah.
vibe you're rocking with.
Anyway, so should we get into these stories that we got?
They call me the Hunter Hunter.
Well, where is he? What is he doing?
Hiding somewhere. I don't know.
Is he hiding?
I don't know, man. I don't have a tracker on the guy.
Me neither. I just don't know, like, even what, like, his felony. I think they're saying, like, he was embezzling money or something.
Yeah.
For, like, Daddy Joe. But I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't really care.
Not
but,
really.
No. Anyway, let's get into these stories. Okay, now David, we have officially entered October, the spookiest month of the year. And with the season of the witch comes horror movies, of course. Now, there have been some iconic horror franchises that still stand the test of time. Some of them even 50 years later. Franchises like Friday the 13th, Jason.
Oh yeah,
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface.
Yeah, I know. Old LF.
And of course, Halloween, Michael Myers. All depict masked killers doing what they do best, killing. Most horror fans see these fictional characters as flawed psychopaths, of course, like me. Well, David, on the other hand, idolizes them.
Mm-hmm.
Just skin. He makes a lot of skin stuff.
Yeah.
Hey,
when I'm shedding like a whole book of skin a day, man, you gotta start making stuff with it.
Do you moisturize your purses, your your lampshades, your daddy's cream?
That's typically like a Sunday activity when I got Red Zone going.
Oh, okay.
Got to keep the hands busy.
Lather them.
Yeah.
But there are always those real-life psychopaths that look at these characters and see inspiration, of course. Well, that was at least the case for Brian Draper and Tori Adamkick.
You just got to say it fast. No one's gonna fact check you. That's what I do.
Tori Adamkick.
There you go.
Yes, good. Fuck. Saw
boy.
when they. I know. God. Well.
No.
Well, at least what?
All
Oh
right,
my!
see
What
you guys
is
in
this?
2 weeks.
What is
See you guys
this?
later.
I wrote this just like not that long ago. Anyway, he's gone. He fucking left. He actually got up and left, guys. He has to come back sooner. He can't leave me like this, filling dead air. Oh no, David. Oh, there he is. Oh, his head came back into frame slowly. There he is.
This is staying right here. It didn't go
Okay,
anywhere.
good. I didn't know your headphones are still on. But this fucked up sentence, I'll just say Brian Draper and Tori Adamkick saw their hero in a more recent masked franchise killer.
Boy, I can only guess what it is based off the word of the episode.
That's right. We talking Ghostface, baby. As today I tell you about the horribly tragic Scream murders. So these are real murders that happened, inspired by the movie Scream. I mean, I feel like loosely, but So but nonetheless, it's very creepy and weird. So 16-year-old Brian Draper and Tori Adamkick met at Pocatello High School in Pocatello, Idaho,
Oh, yeah.
where they became fast friends over their shared interest in film, since they enjoyed watching horror movies together, Scream being one of their favorites. In September 2006, at the beginning of their junior year, Brian and Tori decided that their love for horror couldn't be contained to just viewing them. So that it was to make their own horror film, a documentary of sorts. What the fuck am I writing here? It's like gibberish. Anyway, they had to make their own horror film, and it was more of a documentary of sorts, and a sinister one at that. So this film they would go on to make would document their attempts to emulate the masked killer Ghostface in the movie Scream by picking off their classmates one by one. So as you guys know, if you guys have seen the movie Scream is a movie by Wes Craven, who also made Nightmare on Elm Street and The Hills Have Eyes. And it's kind of a satire on horror movies, obviously. If you've seen it, it makes sense. But Ghostface is not one person. It's always a different person in every movie. And that's
a
kind
mantle, if you will.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I've never used that word in terms of a killer's mask. Like they wear the mantle.
Well, I just mean like someone takes up the mantle.
Yeah, they pass the gauntlet. Yeah, so that's like the whole thing. It's kind of like a Scooby-Doo thing where you always find out who the killer is at the end. I haven't seen any of the new ones, but
I watched the most recent one on an airplane.
Was it good?
It was good until the ending. The ending was terrible, but up until that point, it was halfway decent.
I feel like it's kind of hard to figure out how to finish those movies now because the whole gimmick was like the first one was really good where it was like, oh, like the first one was amazing. Like they perfected it. It's like, oh, it's two people and sorry, spoilers, but like, oh, it's two people and like, this and that. And I don't want to say anything else just in case you want to watch it. But anyway, so they wanted to pick off their classmates one by one. And it also takes place in a high school. So it makes sense why they think that they would emulate this. So the boys created a death list of potential targets and figured they would go on to pick off the targets one by one without ever being caught, kind of like the movie. Until the end, of course. The two boys decided that their first victim of their killing spree would be classmate and friend 17-year-old Cassie Jo Stoddart. On September 21st, Brian and Tori would film themselves plotting Stoddart's murder while driving on a cold, rainy night. Brian began the recording by saying, "We found our victim, and sad as it may be, she's our friend. But you know what? We all have to make sacrifices. Our first victim is going to be Cassie Stoddart and her friends." And then they said, "We're going down in history. We're gonna be just like Scream." So the reason I came across this story was because I was on TikTok and the video of them driving in the car talking about it is on TikTok and probably all over. And it's just like so disturbing. Like I'm not even like, it's not just disturbing because they're talking about murdering not only somebody, but one of their close friends, but because they're just like, they're so stupid. Yeah. They're so obviously like dumb ass 16-year-olds. I'm not saying every 16-year-old is dumb, but like
most of them are.
Yeah, kind of. And they're just like walking. They're just driving, being like, "Oh my god, like we're gonna kill them all." And the guy's like, "Killing." He's like, "Killing should be legal." And the guy's like, "Yeah, why did they make killing illegal? Like people should be able to do what they want to do." And I was like, I can't even like. How do you argue with somebody like that?
Yeah.
It's just so crazy. And let alone like this unsuspecting other 17-year-old girl who's like, "Oh, these are just like my friends." Like imagine if your friends came in your house and you're like, "Oh, hey, what's up guys?" And they're like, "We're here to kill you for no reason, but we saw a horror movie that anyway." So, but they had like a plan. They wanted to do it like a scary movie, and it was so fucking stupid, but also like really creepy. So that night, Cassie was house sitting for her aunt and uncle, taking care of their 3 cats and 2 dogs. Too many animals.
3 cats, 2 dogs?
Their emotional support
God,
animals. Yeah.
There's shit everywhere.
That house might stink a little bit.
Any house with a cat stinks.
Because of the litter box?
Yeah.
You're anti-cat, though.
I'm anti-litter box.
Okay. You like cats?
I don't mind them. I just don't want them touching me. I enjoy cats from a distance.
What the fuck? I'm a cat guy. I've always grown up with cats. I've only had a dog once, but I've had a lot more cats than dogs. So I guess I would be considered a cat guy, but I just...
I'm allergic, man.
Are you?
Yeah. Can't touch those fuckers. I don't want them touching me.
Yeah. So, you would not survive in this house because they're taking care of 3 cats and 2 dogs house sitting in the neighboring Bannock County. So Cassie had invited her friends over, the 2 dudes, whatever, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. What are their fucking names again? Brian and Tori.
Yeah, I really thought when you started this that you were talking about a female Tori. I thought it was like a boy and girl.
Oh, no, these are 2.
I don't think I've ever met a boy named Tori.
Boy named Sue. Boy named Tori. I don't think I've... Oh, yeah, I guess I have met him. But he spells it Torey. I guess that's the male equivalent. I usually see a lot of Tories Tori.
Yes.
Anyway. So, Cassie invited her friends over, Brian and Tori, as well as her boyfriend, Matt Beckham, to watch a movie. What movie were they watching, David?
Scream.
No, they're watching Kill Bill Volume 2.
Okay.
So when Brian and Tori arrived, Cassie gave them a tour of her aunt and uncle's house before going upstairs and watching Kill Bill Volume 2. Brian and Tori decided that they wanted to go see so while they were watching it, Brian and Tori decided, as part of their plan, that they wanted to go see a movie at their local theater. They wanted to see a movie called Pulse.
Okay.
Did you see that?
I'm pretty sure I did. It sounds very familiar.
That's what I Googled it, and I was like, who is in this? I just saw the movie poster, and I was like, okay, this is kind of like a weird... Oh, what the fuck? It's Wes Craven. That's kind of eerie.
It's hard because it's like when I was a young child.
Oh, Kristen Bell.
I know I've talked about this numerous. Oh, so I'm looking at the Japanese version.
I think this is about like a cell phone or something, right? What the fuck is this?
Yes, I did see this for sure. Because it had Ian Salmhandler,
who is that?
No one knows that dude's name, but you'll recognize him.
Oh my god! I just googled a picture of him. Yeah, where is this guy from? Vampire Diaries?
I feel like he's one of those guys that's been in a lot of shit. Was he in Lost?
He might have been.
He wasn't. Yeah, he was in Lost. He was Boone, the heartthrob.
Yeah,
who they killed way too early. Yeah, he's a stud. That's a face you don't forget.
Okay, calm down.
And I mean, my girl Octavia Spencer's in this movie too.
True.
Also known as Ma.
Love Ma.
And Jonathan Tucker was in it. He was big for a little bit.
Who's Jonathan Tucker?
He was.
That's not in.
He's been a lot of like shitty horror movies. My like entire like middle school through high school, we had our family had the deal at Hollywood Video where you could rent 2 movies at a time, and then if you brought one in, you could take one with you, kind of thing. Like you just swap them in and out, so you could like rent unlimited shit. And I basically just rented like every horror movie imaginable.
I think I bought this movie at Target because my mom would like buy me movies when I went with her to Target.
Yeah.
I'd be like grabbing like shitty kind of B horror movies off the shelf and be like, I want this.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've seen from like that generation of like the early 2000s, I've seen an ungodly amount of every shitty horror movie you can imagine.
Do you remember that movie Game? It was like called like Game Over, where it was like you played the video game, and if you died in the video game, I think Frankie Muniz is in it.
Yeah, I think that one.
I think we talked about this on the pod.
That one might have been a little after my movie spree, but I do think I saw it.
I went and saw that for a birthday party. Like I had like my birthday party, and I was like, we're all seeing this movie. It's really good. McPoyle brothers in that movie.
Oh really?
The main McPoyle brother.
That guy's a good actor.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
I feel like he has like
Jimmy Simpson.
Yes, I was gonna say, it's a very like his name sounds fake.
Yeah, Jimmy Simpson. Anyway, the funny thing is too, like they're like, we're gonna go see Pulse, and one of the reasons they got caught is because the police brought him in and questioned him, and they asked him to describe the movie, what happened in the movie, and they couldn't do it.
Wait,
but to be fair, they're like, where were you guys? And they're like, we were at the movie theater. And then they're like, okay, tell us what happened in the movie. And they couldn't do it. And that was like one of the like things that.
Oh, so you just like skipped way ahead of when they got arrested.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to reference it because I thought it was really funny, because I was like, I don't think if you saw this movie and then left the theater, I still couldn't tell you what happened in this movie. I saw this movie and I still can't tell you what happened in this movie.
Yeah.
I just think it's so funny. Like the cops are like, we got him. It's like, no, I think this just is a shitty movie. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so so they wanted to go see a movie at their local theater instead, leaving before Kill Bill Volume 2 finished. Cassie walked them out and said goodbye, but what she didn't know was that during the tour, Brian and Tori had unlocked a basement door to re-enter the home through later, completely undetected.
Yo, did I ever tell you about when I went and saw The Descent in the movie theater?
Oh no, that movie's terrifying.
This is a good one. Sorry, you talk about the movie theater. I just thought about it. I went and saw The Descent with my dad because I was too young to see it by myself. So my dad would drag me to like, terrible movies, and he would sleep. And one of my friends, and we're sitting there, and it's like 20 minutes into the movie. Well, not 20 minutes. The movie, I remember it starts with like, helicopter aerial shots of like the forest and stuff, and the girls are like
spelunking in the cave, yeah.
But like we get a good like 15 minutes in the movie, and everybody in the audience doesn't know what's going on. They don't have the audio on for the movie. So
Wait, so from the beginning of the movie?
From the get-go, there's no audio in the movie.
Oh,
and there's like people in the theater with us, and like no one noticed it, and everybody just thought it was like a weird intro, like dead silent intro, and like you can hear people like sniffling and shit.
Oh yeah.
And then finally, like the girls are like talking to each other, and like a couple minutes goes by, and then like someone like finally like notices, and they're like, I feel like someone like audibly was like, "Hey, I think there's something wrong with this movie."
He needed to get like everybody on his side before he went over and like talked to
I
the
think
people
I was
out
actually
front.
the one that got up and went to the front booth. I was like, "Hey, there's no sound in our movie." And they're like, "Oh, sorry."
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I thought you were gonna say everybody fell asleep because I'm like, that's a dark ass movie.
No.
So it's like
And then
it's in a cave.
And then I also dragged my dad and a friend to go see the Silent Hill movie.
Oh yeah.
And we had the exact opposite problem.
It was too loud.
It was ungodly loud. Like I remember like I had a migraine by the end of it. It was so fucking loud.
When Pyramid Head's big ass sword hits any kind of metal, it's like,
dude,
ting!
it had to have been like turned up to like 300%.
Not so Silent Hill.
Yeah, Big Tim didn't sleep through that one.
So some guy sitting there, he's like, is this like an ironic thing? Like, because the movie's called Silent Hill, so they're going to blow out our fucking eardrums? Jesus Christ. That's good. So, at this point, yeah, they during the tour, they went down. I'm boring myself. And they unlocked the door. So they went down and unlocked it to come back in. Shortly after leaving, Brian and Tori returned to the neighborhood, parked down the street, got out of their car, and put on costumes consisting of dark clothing, gloves, and white painted masks. I wonder if they had to be the Scream mask, right? The ghost face mask.
Do you know the history of the Scream mask?
I know that it's the based off the painting, correct? Scream.
Yeah. It's based off the painting, but the mask predates the movie. It was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just a generic Halloween mask that some people like made up to sell in stores, and then the Scream movie ended up using it and then like paying for its likeness, and then it became like the ghost face mask.
Yo.
And for any other confusion, because I've looked this up before, is that the rap artist from the Wu-Tang Clan, Ghostface Killah, his name actually comes from like an old kung fu movie. That there was a villain in a movie named Ghostface Killah or Killer.
Oh.
So his rapper name is unrelated to the Scream franchise.
Like, I think Old Dirty Bastard is kind of like, I mean, I know a lot of them got their name from like old.
I think almost all of them are old kung fu character
Yeah.
names.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Ghostface Killah is maybe the best name. Old Dirty Bastard's up there, but
Inspector Deck's pretty good.
I don't know what that means, really. Sounds like he wants to look at my penis.
Oh,
Let me inspect the deck. What? Come on, let me see it.
Nah, he would tune up everybody's tech decks.
Raekwon the chef's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Tune up everybody's tech decks. I got a tech deck recently. It's great. I love it. Anyway, so they went out and they put the costumes on out front, up the street. The boys quietly entered the house through the basement door while the couple were watching television in the living room, and they intentionally made loud noises in an unsuccessful attempt to lure Beckham and Stoddart downstairs so they could scare them, quote unquote. Next, they found the circuit breaker and turned off the power in the house, hoping the pair would come downstairs to check the breaker. When Beckham and Stoddart did not come downstairs, the boys turned some of the lights back on. Like, they're doing, like, the scary movie tropes, you know what I mean? They're really... But it's funny, too, because, like, if I heard that shit going on in my basement, I'd be like, oh, there's, like, a raccoon down there. I know my dumbass would, like... I'd be like this. Like, there'd be, like, my girlfriend or my wife would be, like, scared upstairs, and I'd be like, it's nothing. And I'd walk down the stairs so cocky, and then I just get stabbed right in the neck and be like,
no,
it's something.
You get your Achilles cut from underneath the steps, and you roll down the stairs.
No. And then she just think I was a big fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
And she's like, he tripped.
It's like, this is the last straw. I'm breaking up with you.
Yeah, at the top of the stairs. Oh, that's really good. She's like, you buffoon, I'm breaking up with you. You fall down too much. And then she shuts the doors. I'm at the bottom going, wah! Like, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good death. And they quietly stab me in the darkness down there.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I'll dream about that tonight.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one. So they turned on some of the lights, which is just kind of weird. I don't get what their end game was. So Stoddart became uneasy. Fuck! I keep fucking yawning. God damn it. Anyway, so the girl Stoddart, I keep forgetting her first name, Cassie. Stoddart became uneasy after the temporary power outage, and Matt, her boyfriend, noticed that one of the Contreras dogs, that was her aunt and uncle's dog, kept staring down the basement stairs, periodically barking or growling. Once again, I'd just be like,
always pay
this
attention
dog,
to the dogs.
I'm like, this dog is stupid. This dog, I think there's a ghost down there. And, like, there's a guy with a knife, like, just chilling there. And I'm like, dumb dog.
Always listen to the animals, man.
True.
Cats, dogs, fish, they're acting weird.
I send my crocodile down there.
That'd be a good move.
That'd be pretty good. So Cassie, being frightened, asked Matt to spend the night. But after calling his mother and being denied a sleepover, Matt's mother offered to have Cassie sleep at their home instead.
Door open.
And what's that?
Door open.
Yeah, so she'd bring Cassie back the next morning because she was scared. However, Cassie, I feel so bad about this. Cassie felt it was her response. No, I know, but like how close you are to like not having a tragedy happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Cassie felt it was her responsibility to stay at the house that she was hired to do and care for the animals, and declined the offer from Matt's mother. So it's like she could have been saved.
Yeah.
And it's weird because Matt could have been murdered very easily too, you know?
Those dogs and cats are fucking dead, though.
I don't know if they killed the dogs. Have you ever tried to catch a cat?
Ever tried to catch a cat?
Yeah.
I already said earlier I tried to do the exact opposite. I try to scare them away.
True. But I'm just saying they ain't catching no cat.
The best way to catch a cat is act like you don't want to catch the cat.
True. Hate the cat and it'll come to you.
Yep.
I agree. So at 10:30 p.m., Matt was picked up by his mother, calling Tori in the process, his buddy who had left earlier to go to the movies. He called Tori in the process only to hear him a whispering voice, assuming that the two boys are still at the movies when in fact that they are down inside the basement instead. And leaving Cassie alone in the house with Brian and Tori in the basement.
Fucking creeps.
So from the basement, Brian and Tori heard Matt leave, and the teens turned the lights out again at the circuit breaker and waited, hoping Cassie would come downstairs to turn the lights back on, but she did not. Eventually, the boys went upstairs, and Brian was armed with a dagger-type weapon, and Tori had a hunting knife. The weapons had been purchased at a pawn shop, apparently. So Draper opened and slammed a closet door at the top of the stairs to scare Cassie, who was lying on the couch in the living room. The boys then, I don't know, like they kind of leave out some details, and I don't know if they just like if she just stayed on the couch, but then it just says the boys then brutally attacked her, stabbing her approximately 30 times. 12 wounds were potentially fatal. They got her like heart, and it was like she died quickly, apparently. Like, she bled out quickly, which is like, it's so fucking horrible and sad, but I guess that's like
a silver lining. I
guess, if you could even call it that, you know, it's still just like horribly brutal and like no way to go. So I guess whatever helps us sleep at night. So the boys then fled the scene. They returned to their car around 11:30 p.m. and filmed their reactions to what they had just done. Brian Draper told the camera, "I stabbed her in the throat and I saw her lifeless body. It just disappeared. Dude, I just killed Cassie." Like,
Why record evidence, you know?
So they were making their movie. They wanted to be like the Scream Killers. I like a document. I don't know. Like they're dumb fucking 16-year-olds. Like they just don't.
That was more of a rhetorical. Like,
of course.
Clearly,
yeah.
they're just a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious at this point that they even like went through with half this shit. So Brian Draper and Tori Ademkick were interviewed by police several days later after Matt Beckham, the boyfriend, informed authorities that they had been some of the last people to see Cassie alive. Brian stuck to the story that he and Tori had gone to the movie theater, but he couldn't describe the plot of the film they had reportedly seen. So, and neither could Tori. So neither one could be like, we saw Pulse. So they could have told you. They could have told you it was really fucking bad if they had seen it, you know? That's all you had to just go. They saved money.
Yeah.
That's good. Good for them. So Brian Draper broke first, apparently. He told police that it was all supposed to be a joke and that he was surprised when Tori actually started stabbing Cassie. Brian led authorities to Black Rock Canyon, where the teens had disposed of their clothes, masks, weapons, and camera. So they threw the camera away. Oh, I think they tried to burn... Yeah, so they had attempted to burn the videotapes of their grisly confession, but investigators were able to recover the footage and use it to charge the boys with murder. What a bunch of fucking idiots. How do you not burn a tape if you throw it in fire?
They weren't Marxists.
They have like the burning metal drum, and the guy's like, I got this, and he just like fucking misses from like 2 feet away.
Goes in a bush. Did that go in? Yeah.
I think that went in.
Yeah,
like,
we're good.
As everybody knows, like, film is like, I mean, I assume it was one of those like film, those little like CDVs, I think they were called.
Or like the mini. What year is this?
Yeah, 2006. So like those called like
the
CDVs.
mini tapes.
Yeah, the mini tapes.
Dude, that's what I filmed on in college. That's how old I am. Or how shitty my college was.
But like celluloid is, I think that's probably some type of celluloid material. Like film is like the most flammable shit ever.
Mm-hmm.
It catches on fire so easily, and they're still able to like not burn it. So although they were both under the age of 18 at the time, Brian Draper and Tori Ademkick were tried as adults. The incriminating video was shown to the jury during Brian's trial. Doesn't help. They really sound like pieces of shit. His defense claimed that the tape was only recorded for a horror movie that the teenagers were planning to make. Imagine just being that lawyer and being like, these kids, like, I understand that, like, you have to do your job, but, like, god damn.
When you like, basically can't have any more evidence.
Not only that, but, like, the moral issues with, I know, like, everybody deserves to have a lawyer, and I guess I don't really blame the lawyer, but, like, stepping in and being like, so what happened? Like, we stabbed her to death because we thought it would be cool. And the lawyer's like, these boys were making a horror movie. They didn't do this. And you're like,
yeah,
he knows that they did it. I'm like, do you think that lawyer's like, I'm going to half-ass it to make sure they actually do go to prison? Or he has to do his best because everybody deserves a fair trial. But when you're fucking lying, it's like, it's weird to think that when you show up to court, one team is just full-blown lying, and everybody just goes, we're going to play this game where we're going to see who's lying. Let's try to figure out who's the better liar.
Yeah, I think in this situation, if they're smart, they would have tried to do a plea.
Yeah, they probably
like if they've got the tape of them saying the shit, and like the best you're gonna get away with is a plea. Like trying to go innocent on this is just like, what's the point?
Yeah, I know, it's like such a Hail Mary. I mean, but like, and they're 16. Like they could have probably been like, can we do a plea deal of like. But the problem is they're getting tried as adults, and like they had really gruesome. So like I don't think they were gonna get like 15 years. I think they were gonna get like 25 to life no matter what, because what they ended up getting, the boys were both found guilty of homicide and conspiracy to commit murder and received the same sentence, life in prison. So Do you think that? I don't think you could give a child the death penalty, right? They're tried as adults, but like you still like.
No,
I think it's.
I think there's a situation where, say, you had like a 15-year-old who went on a killing spree and killed like 15 people.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a situation where they can be retried as an adult in a few years.
Oh, really? And get like a lighter sentence,
or
a more severe
get the death
sentence.
Like,
oh shit,
I'm not positive on that. I've only been a lawyer once in my life, but
Did you represent yourself?
No.
What'd you do?
No. I was almost a lawyer once, and then we did more research and realized that I would have gotten in a lot of trouble if I tried to represent a friend who may or may not have stolen a Old Navy mannequin dog from an Old Navy.
Oh, you told me about that story.
Yeah, I was getting my defense ready and everything, and then we realized that I'm not a lawyer.
There's more at stake than just like a fun caricature exercise.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a fun afternoon. And
yeah, fun
Yeah. The boy had to take a slap on the wrist.
Your Honor, he's doing like a Foghorn Leghorn
Southern drawl.
Your Honor.
You see, there's no price tag on this dog. The dog was just free. Now that collar on the dog had a price tag. He done took the collar off. The dog had no price. He hightailed it with the dog.
Now, Your Honor, I think Old Navy been abusing that animal, so I was rescuing this pup.
I would just call him His Majesty the whole time.
Your Majesty. I'm like, so if I'm not guilty, do you knight me after? You knight me with your gavel? But yeah, it's the story. I think they're still in prison, and like I said, they're 16 at the time, so like they probably should have tried to get like something. They would have been out by 40, probably. And
I mean, how do you even do that though?
That's the problem. Is that I was gonna say that it's really interesting just to see like premeditated murder compared to like murder in the moment. Yeah. If you murder in the moment, like people are like, "Oh, he's just got a hot head. Yeah, he got angry.
Hothead Pete over here."
Yeah, he just had some guy 20 times. He was so mad. But then, like the premeditatedness of it, people go, "You're evil. Yeah. You were playing it." I'm like, but like a lot of people who are like, who kill in the moment, they're probably like, man, I'd fucking kill that guy if he just said the wrong thing to me. And the guy says the wrong thing, and he goes, you're going to die now. Yeah. So it is still premeditated. There's just no proof. I think most murder is premeditated. Nobody just goes, I'm just going to murder all of a sudden.
I feel like the only non-premeditated is self-defense.
Of course. Yeah. Or if it was like an accident or something.
But I'm not sure if you understood what I was saying. What I was trying to say was like, you're 16 years old. You go to jail for 40 years. You get out at 56. Like,
what do you do?
What the fuck do you do?
Yeah, it's kind. I mean, I saw Shawshank Redemption. You start trying to bag groceries, and people yell at you for going too slow, and then you just go to Mexico and you build a boat.
Well, I thought he killed himself.
Well, Brooks hanged himself, yeah, but Red didn't. Red went and met Andy in Zihuatanejo.
Was Red the
That's Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, was he the bagger?
They were both baggers.
Oh, I only remember the other guy doing the bagging groceries. The guy that killed himself.
I think it's kind of like a like what job can you get out of prison? And they're like, we're not gonna let you do anything like too,
I know a few jobs.
We're not gonna.
All right. So what's next?
I'm not saying anything.
What's next on your story?
But anyway, yeah, I'm done. That's it. That's the Scream. That's the Scream murders. Bunch of fucking idiots. Hey, who would have thought that they'd be still making Scream movies? Do you think they watch them in prison? They're like, when are they gonna put me in one of these?
Yeah.
Would that be cool if they unmasked them and it was Brian and Tori and it was like.
See, that would be a good ending.
Crossover of the century. No,
there is
pieces of shit.
In the newest one, God, the ending. This was an airplane movie for me. This is when I was coming back from New York. So as you can imagine, my flight
was this the one that took place in New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you can imagine, flying to New York and back, you got a lot of time for airplane movies. And the ending when like killer, obviously / killers, because there's always more than one. When it was revealed, I was uncontrollably laughing, like loudly in the airplane. Like people were looking at me like I was insane. Because the acting of one of the killers was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
I gotta watch the new one then, huh?
There's also a funny scene with a ladder.
Okay. I'm gonna have to. No, I don't want any spoilers.
No spoilers.
Okay, good.
Yeah. While we're on the topic of movies, I had told you yesterday. I still haven't finished it yet, but I did start a movie the other day of the horror genre that is on Hulu. That since we are in October, we can throw out some good movie recommendations. Highly recommend the movie on Hulu called Come True. Come True. I haven't finished it yet. Ending might suck. I don't know, but from what I've seen so far, it is awesome. What's thumbs
the synopsis?
up.
Man makes wish, things come true.
I'll try. It's kind of hard to give a synopsis without
Give
like
me
a spoiler. I feel like it's more fun if you go in blind.
Is it about wishes?
No, let's just say a young girl having sleeping problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, do your dreams come true? Maybe. Anyway, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it tonight.
Do it. I'll try to finish it tonight, and then we can chat about it in the morning with our coffee.
Oh, and I'll lay chest down on my bed and kick my legs up behind me.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Tobin. Today we're going to talk about someone I was surprised we had not talked about. And I really hope we didn't already talk about him because this would be a huge waste of time. But I tried looking back on our old episodes to see, and I couldn't find anything. So let's roll, baby. Today we are going to talk about what many consider to be the most evil and, if you want to call it, successful serial killers.
Oh, killers.
Oh, killer. Sorry. I was just saying, like, yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh, one of the. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'm like, Scream. It's always more than one.
This is the story of Christman Genipperteinga.
Definitely don't know that guy.
Genipperteinga.
His name's Crispin?
It's Christman, but I think it's Christman.
It's Christman?
Yeah.
Is he, can I guess?
Yeah.
Filipino?
Yes.
Really?
No. German.
Fuck. Because I've seen like a Filipino driver's license that says like Superman on it. Yeah. You ever seen that? His guy's name's Superman Batman.
I don't think I've met Superman Batman yet. So no, I haven't seen. I have not. A, I haven't met him. B, I haven't become close enough with him to get a good look at his driver's license.
It was a viral image, and I just thinking maybe Christman might be his neighbor or something like that.
Christman Cross.
Yeah. I like that.
I'm going to change my name to Christman Cross and go into the NFL.
That sounds cool.
So,
I like that.
Yeah, so we're just going to call him, fuck it, we're going to call him Christman. Because I don't want to say Genipperteinga too many times.
Man.
So, like some stories we cover, this one takes us back quite some time, which would be before 1569. Nice. So this is an old story. And,
so is Christman a popular name back in the 1500s?
Not sure. Didn't
everybody was Christman?
So many Christmans.
Ham and cheese bagel for Christman. Everybody turns.
4 people
me.
go for it. Yeah. Are you ever at like a restaurant or like Starbucks, and like, my name's David, your name is Alex. pretty common names.
Yeah, it sucks.
Do you ever just like hear like after you order and you like turn and walk away and like the person behind you or like two people behind you have like your name and then you're just like panicking the whole time? You're like, when they call my name, is it gonna be mine or that guy's?
Yeah, and you're gonna be like, I have to fight this man now if he grabs my drink.
Yeah, I mean, usually I just like stand with my chest puffed out, and I just don't break eye contact with him.
Yeah, I usually give him like a swear word as my name.
Yeah, like what, Yoda?
That's not a swear word. It's not a swear word.
You go to the Philippines, you'll find a different answer. So yeah, this is all the way back in 1569. So we don't know when this fucker was actually born. We just know when he started killing. Christman came from Kirpin, a town.
Can I just get a shirt that says Christman came from Kirpin?
That's
really cool.
actually the name of my band.
Christman came from Kirpin. It's like, you okay, man? You having a stroke? What's going on? Good Lord. Christman.
So yeah, he came from Kirpin, a town 2 miles away from Cologne, Germany. Mm-hmm. And like I said before, we are unsure of his actual like birthday or, you know, when he was born or whatever. But it is believed that he was born somewhere before 1569, which is why I said before. Christman was a strange man.
I'm gonna get that that's on the back of the shirt. Christman was from Kirpin. Christman was a strange man.
Well, let me finish this though. Christman was a strange man who lived in a cave. It is said that his cave was even a lair, like a comic book villain,
like a lair.
Yeah, like a lair.
Like a lair.
Lair.
Is it a layer or is it a lair?
There were many layers to his lair.
DD my laboratory. Sorry, I just had a little Dexter flashback of my lair.
Christman lived in this lair for about 7 years, which was a mile from the German town Bergkessel. It was in the wooded mountain area named Freiburg.
Okay, they need to figure out what they're doing over there with their names. Man.
But you don't like Freiburg or Bergkessel?
They probably make it sound a lot nicer.
Yeah.
My dad always goes, "Oh, German, beautiful language," because he's being ironic. It's not.
It's one of the many romance languages. So the lair was described as being cleverly built. He wasn't
cleverly built.
He wasn't like Golem, just crawling around on the rocks, bashing fish. Christman had built the cave out to resemble a ordinary home from, you know, that time, with like cellars, rooms, chambers, and whatnot. Like, it actually looked nice inside of the cave.
Damn, he got like a chisel or something? He got a jackhammer? What is he doing?
I don't know. Guy's good though.
That layer has got layers.
That's what I've been saying, man.
Okay, I get you now.
I'm not a liar about this layered layer.
Ogres are like caves. We got layers.
So a historian, Joy Wittenberg, wrote about Christman attempting to understand his mindset and motives, saying that he identified with two important and occasionally overlapping patterns in early modern serial killers. One being that he was hoarding his ill-gotten gains.
I feel like people who have ill-gotten gains, the next logical thing they do with it is hoard it. I
never copy and paste when I write these. But God, I had to copy and paste ill-gotten gains from the thing I was reading because it was just
really
it was so rich. It was so
it's
good.
It's I feel like every rich person out there hoards their ill-gotten gains.
For the record, I didn't copy and paste it. I just typed it. But
You liked it so much.
Yeah, I wanted to type it out. But so yes, he hoarded his ill-gotten gains in his cave. But also noted that it was unusual that he seemed to stay put in his cave during his killing spree. Serial killers from that time, and even, I think for the most part, all of time, are known to move around quite a bit so they do not get caught. But Christman had his cave, and he loved his cave. You can't get the guy out of his cave.
You can take the boy out of the cave, but you can't take the cave out of the boy.
That's
out of the Christman.
Sure. Christman loves his cave.
That's on the inside of the shirt.
Yeah, it's in the cuff.
Christman was from Kerberg. What was the place? Kerner.
I'm not scrolling back up.
Okay.
So Wittenberg also noted that a lot of serial killers from this time were suspected to have had supernatural abilities.
Ooh.
Or had beliefs that they are in contact with the devil doing his work.
I got him on speed dial.
That boy, Christman, be talking with the devil.
What, you want me to kill some more? Are there more ill-gotten gains for me?
The devil told me to get as many ill-gotten gains as I can carry.
as I can hoard. I'm like Smaug in this cave. I fuck on my gold.
But all accounts of Christman did not have anything about supernatural abilities or devil worship. It was also noted that he did not have any connection to black magic or cannibalism.
He did not, or he did?
He did not.
Oh.
Which I think is like, I don't know. Talking to the devil, in my opinion, that's black magic.
Yeah. Like, do you have to be like brewing potions in order to consider it like magic, or is it like if you're talking with the devil, are you just doing like I guess that's still magic.
I don't know.
That's not. It's like
summoning.
Faith-based magic versus wizard magic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are they separate entities?
We need to brush up on our black magic and demon summoning.
Yeah.
So Christman would prey on German and French travelers who would be traveling near his cave. It was said that only a party of 3 or 4 or even 5 travelers might be somewhat safe from him, but not always.
Damn, he be going after parties of 3?
We'll get into it. Christman would not always work alone.
Oh.
Sometimes he would find other ruffians to help him in robbing and killing travelers.
This is a little like Sonny Bean. Do you remember them?
Yeah.
The Sonny Bean clan from like Ireland or whatever. Yeah, they're like cannibals living in a cave. And,
but he was not a cannibal.
He was not.
No.
He wasn't even a black magician.
No black magic for this guy.
He was an investor. I put all my stock in blood. Murder.
So yeah, no, he would hire other ruffians to help him with the robbing and killing of travelers. But unfortunately for them, Christman did have a taste for the old practice of the double cross.
Oh shit! His name is Christman, the double cross man. That's never trust a Christ.
You got a wicked crossover. Christman would have the other men help capture the travelers, kill them, and have the other people haul all the goods back to his cave for him. Then Christman would suggest a celebration by serving them poisoned food and drinks.
Oh, fuck. It's like beginning of Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Where he's just like Joker killing off everybody and he take all the money in the school bus.
He kind of is the Joker.
He's a little like the Joke Man.
He's definitely damaged. So at this point, he would drag their lifeless or dying bodies deeper into the cave where he would launch them into a mine shaft deep into the dark earth.
No way.
So he kind of just had like a laundry chute that he would just be stuffing these bodies into, and they would just go and go and go.
Oh man.
So
I gotta get me one of those.
Yeah, I mean it's useful.
I want an endless mine shaft.
Why don't we just fill the mines with garbage?
You make a really good point.
Just saying.
Let's just pick one state and just pile all of our garbage on it. One state.
What's your number one pick in the draft for the states that we pile the garbage on?
I'm gonna say it. I don't think people are gonna be happy about it.
Yeah.
Nevada. It's kind of close, but like there's a lot of nothing out there.
Yeah.
I've been to parts of Nevada I like, but there's just a lot of nothing.
We're not saying the whole state needs to be covered in garbage.
No.
My only concern would be the heat.
And it ggets windy too.
Yeah, you get that
but
heat.
But they got caves.
It's like, yeah, I mean we're stuffing in caves for sure.
But it's brimming.
Yeah.
It's coming out the caves.
Yeah.
You're going to catch me like what I do with my trash at home where I'm just like trying to push it down in the cave.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could fit like 3 or 4 more plates, like paper plates in here.
Yeah. You ever see those like trash compactor things people have in their houses?
Oh yeah.
Those are crazy. I've never like lived
they were big
somewhere with
They were
them.
big in the late 90s, early 2000s. You don't see them a lot anymore.
No, you really don't. Let's bring them back.
I got a foot.
Too many cats were lost.
Yeah. What? Hamsters more like
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
Hamster going after that birthday cake.
It's gonna be like fucking Luke and Leia in the fucking compactor. They had those things in space, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ahead of
It's
their
good
time.
enough for space. It's good enough for here.
Yeah.
So sure, we've covered murder, but this is where the story gets dark. Really, really, really dark.
I was gonna say it wasn't dark before.
No, we're gonna go into some very uncomfy waters here.
Yeah.
And this is a warning for sexual abuse and child abuse. So if that's not if that's something that you would rather not hear about, skip a couple minutes.
You better talk quick.
Maybe should we put a little background music through this section and then no, we're not doing that. So yeah, things are gonna get a little grim here. So shortly after he moved into his cave, Christman met an intended victim of his, a young daughter of a cooper.
Oh, is a cooper a job?
Yes, which is a person. Or you want to guess what a cooper is?
They coop. Do they make chicken coops?
No, they could, but no.
Do they make stables? Do they make? Do they raise animals? Do they make wicker baskets?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, they make I think their biggest thing would be like the wooden barrels.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, but they made like all sorts of wooden containers.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to look it up because I had no idea what the fuck a cooper was.
That's cool.
At first, I thought it was a family name.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Christman met her on the Rhine River and started hailing threats that if she did not come with him, he was going to kill her right then and there. And he made her swear that she'd never betray him. And for the next 7 years, the young girl was his sex slave.
I was going to say, like, imagine being like, you have to swear. You have to swear that you won't turn on me. I'm going to kill you if you don't swear. You have to promise. And you're like, I'll lie.
Well, yeah.
I'd be like, I swear on my life. And then I turn around and be like, that means nothing. See ya.
Yeah. I mean, when the stakes are that high, it doesn't matter.
It's like when back in the day when they're like doing the Crusades and they're like, we're going to kill you if you don't switch to our religion. I'm like, whatever your religion is, I am that religion now.
Yeah.
Other people are like, no, it's my name. And I'm like, my name is whatever. It's poo poo pee pee. I don't care. Just let me live.
Yeah. So whenever Christman hit the road looking for more murder victims to rob, He would shackle her up by her ankle with chains so that she could not escape. During this time, the young girl had 6 children. But at birth, Christman would kill the newborns by strangulation. Now, I'm going to say...
Christ, man.
Now I'm going to say what could be the worst thing ever said on this podcast.
Oh my God, he ate at Arby's
without Arby's sauce.
He got the big Texas, or what the fuck is? He got the big and sloppy at Arby's. Okay,
with extra horsey.
Yeah, exactly. I just needed to pad that because we're about to hear the most horrible thing ever.
Yeah, so this is another warning. Skip ahead, turn the volume off, whatever you gotta do. This is your warning. This shit is not cool, not fun for nobody, and I don't want to even be saying it, but you know, we signed up for it. So Christman would take the dead babies.
Oh, here we go.
Hang them up. Stretch out their bodies with rope. As the wind made these small corpses move. Christman said in his journal, "Dance, dear little children, dance. Your father is making the dance for you." Yeah, this guy's a fucking monster.
Is that a pop song he wrote? What is that? This guy is a wannabe fucking artist. Yeah. What is this? What kind of... This is some NYU fucking art school bullshit, man. What are you doing?
So, by chance, you skipped and you're hearing my voice now. I'm pretty sure we are past all of the really bad stuff. So, Christman would eventually give into the demands of the young woman, who they never named.
By the way, did he just do that because he was crazy?
Yeah.
Or, like, what was the point of it? Did he ever go like, well, is that... He said he doesn't practice black magic, and he goes and does that. That just makes me think he's just like...
he had time to be doing black magic.
He's like, I got too much. He hung him up, and he's like... He looked at it, he's like, I got too much time on my hands. What the hell? Christ, man, what are you doing? You gotta go swim in your pot of gold like Scrooge McDuck. This is not it. It's not it. Okay.
It's too much. Christman, this is too much.
He looks at his wife, his quote unquote wife, and goes, "Even I'm shocked by this. I can't believe I did this."
I will say one thing I had a problem with while writing this was I never got a name for the young lady.
Oh.
So yes, if you did skip ahead, I guess, and you're hearing this, Christman had abducted a young woman and made her his partner. Because she is vital to the end of the story. But yeah, I never got
the way you worded that made her his partner.
Yeah.
That's the most 2023 way. That's the most 2023 way of saying this horrible atrocity ever. He forced her to sign a marriage certificate.
So yeah, don't have a name for her. But so Christman would eventually give in to the young girl's demands, who would beg him to leave the cave and go to town. She just wanted to see other people. She wanted to be out of the cave, out of his shackles and whatnot. So he made her promise yet again to not betray him, and
Give me your pinky.
Sent her on her way to town.
Pinky promise.
He didn't go with her.
What an idiot.
As the woman by herself walked around the town, the girl saw young children running around and playing, which sent her into a frantic mental breakdown. For the people that did skip, bad things happen with babies. So she had a mental breakdown, collapsing on the ground, wailing, weeping, and sobbing. The town folk ran to her aid, but she remained tight-lipped in fear of what Christman would do to her if she said anything.
Yeah, I mean, that what's it called? Stockholm Syndrome?
Yeah.
That shit's real.
Yeah.
Or at least that might not even be Stockholm syndrome.
No,
but
I don't
just,
think
like,
it
the
is.
Fear, just the
Yeah.
fear of it.
Yeah.
She wasn't like, yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
But man,
So she remained tight-lipped. That is until the townsfolk took her and put her in front of the mayor.
the mayor could get anything out of you. I tell you, Mayor Quimby, he could get a nun to fucking say a swear word.
So John Mayer urged
What?
her. The mayor urged her to. The mayor urged her to tell him her story, and at this point, she finally confessed. In the story, and the thing I was reading, I didn't write it in here, but I'm just gonna say it. I guess he was kind of being a dick too. Like he was basically like forcing her to say it. But
He was bad cop.
Yeah,
Everybody else was good cop. He had to be bad cop.
Yeah, he bad cop the situation. And
Listen to me, you bitch. You ain't nobody crying in my square and keeping secrets from me. Why you crying?
So she confessed to everything about Christman, and a plan was hatched. The girl was
love
given.
hatching a plan.
Isn't it fun?
Yeah, hatching it.
You get the boys together and hatch a plan.
Yeah. Oh, I want to roll out a big rolled up piece of paper out on a wooden table and go, all right.
Listen
That's
up.
all I
You
say.
stab a knife in the corner to like keep it from rolling back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Here's what we're doing. And then I haven't figured out anything past that. But
There's that one dude you've never seen in the back eating an apple.
yeah, he's throwing it up. He's like kind of throwing it up. And
Give it a couple good tosses, then took a big chomp.
And he goes, that ain't gonna work. And we go, shut up, Derek.
Wait, who the fuck are you?
And then you go, oh yeah, what about this? And he goes like this. Then he goes, you crazy sons of bitches, I'm in. He goes, that's not gonna work, but I'm still in. He doesn't care. Derek don't care. Okay, go, keep going.
My girls need new bikes this Christmas.
Wait,
I'm in.
wait. Did you say ill-gotten gains?
Oh,
Derek.
boy. So the girl was given a sack of peas, and with this, left a breadcrumb trail back to the cave.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No.
I want to see 40 men walking in the field and be like, I think I found the pea. Like, that's a piece of shit. Don't touch that.
I think corn might have worked better.
Yeah,
Dropping something green in the forest.
Yeah, Germany's pretty green. I'd be like, here's a dead goat. Make a blood trail back to the cave. I don't know. I'd just be like, can you just follow me?
Yeah, just send one person 30 feet behind me.
Yeah, exactly. Just run from tree to tree.
Yeah. So on May 27th, 1581.
I have another question. Why the fuck would she even go back? I'd be like, I'm going to roll deep with a gang of 30 people and walk up to the cave and be like, guess who I brought?
Because
there's nobody in there.
I think they wanted to catch him. I think they wanted him to think like nothing happened.
Oh, I see. He might have been like on edge or something when she's coming back.
Yeah, I think at this point, honestly, it was more about catching him than saving her.
Yeah, that makes sense for 15th century Germany.
Well, it might make more sense towards the end.
16th century Germany.
So on May 27th, 1581, 30 armed men set out to capture the monster, who was asleep when they got there due to the girl's work of helping him relax by combing his hair out. He got slumped. He got slumped up getting his hair combed.
Honestly, you ever had your back scratched?
Oh, no.
That'll put the most violent man to sleep.
So,
back.
as the armed men barged into the cave, Christman screamed out, "Oh, you faithless betrayer and whore! Had I known this, I would have strangled you long ago." And I don't think he was lying.
He was like, you promised. You fucking promised.
Give me your pinky. So, as the soldiers captured him, they explored the cave to find things such as wine, dried and salted meats, suits of armor, firearms,
ornaments,
and other weapons, trade goods, coins, and other valuables. Ornaments.
What? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
wind chimes.
Oh, yeah. Shut the fuck up. That's dark.
Look at these funny wind chimes. What is these? I'm laughing to not cry. Come on.
That's fair. So the value at the time was estimated to exceed 70,000 goldens. The currency in the area at the time.
They got the gains part.
Yeah.
The ill-gotten?
The ill-gottens. Christman kept a diary which detailed the murders of... Now, this is the fun part where I'm going to let you take a swing at how many people he wrote about murdering.
536.
No.
812.
No.
289.
No. You get two more.
1,500.
No.
Am I okay? Just from there, am I up or down?
Down.
Okay.
Down from 1,500.
216.
964.
Whoa.
He killed 964 individuals that he wrote about. So there's a possibility that he killed more without writing about them. And
that mine shaft was full.
And I don't know if that included the babies, or like if that included the ruffians that he brought on to help him and then he poisoned. But in addition to his written confessions, basically, he also noted that if he had made it to 1,000 murders, he would have been very satisfied with that number.
I'm surprised the motherfucker could even count.
Dude, he almost made it.
Yeah.
964 people?
Yeah, that's...
that cave stank.
Dude, stinky cave. Stinkiest of all caves.
Yeah.
Where's that cave in Germany?
Yeah.
Are they still around?
Good question.
Yeah, go find that
They probably sealed that fucker up. 400 years ago.
Yeah, dynamite that shit up.
So,
God damn.
Yeah, on June 17th, 1581, Christman was found guilty and was condemned to death by the breaking wheel.
Oh, that's when they put him on a big sailor.
Hold on, I'm going to say what it is.
Okay.
So for those unfamiliar with the breaking wheel, I think it's kind of funny in a dark way. So the person would be tied down on the ground while someone would take a carriage wheel and basically smash it down on them, breaking as many bones as they could without fatally killing them.
How did they tie him to what?
They tie him on the ground. So you're just like starfishing.
Okay.
And they take a giant wooden wheel and they just like, oh, here go your fingers. And they smash all your fingers. Here goes your forearm.
Whoa.
Smash your forearm. Here goes your foot. Smash your foot. Here goes your shin. Smash your shin.
Oh.
Like, here goes, your femur. And they just, like, basically break every bone moving inward. So, like, the goal of it was to be a brutal and agonizing death.
Without killing them.
Without killing them, dragging out as long as you could so they would suffer. But I just think it's kind of funny that, like, you could practically use anything to do this.
Yeah.
And, like, you just get a hammer. Go get a hammer and do it.
Yeah.
But they chose to use, like, a wagon wheel.
Wagon wheel. That might have been... No one expects the wagon wheel. That's the thing. There must be something to it if it became, like, a thing. You know what I mean? Where people like... There's a guy at the hammer. He's like, you tried the hammer? And he's like, dude, you haven't been using the wagon wheel? And he's like, no.
I guess
good?
I guess, like, the size of it, and you could, like, really grab onto, like, the spokes?
Yeah.
The spokes of it? You get a good
yeah.
just really... It's hard to miss with it.
Yeah. That's like me tying you to the ground and like hitting you with a tire. It's fun. More fun than a hammer.
Yeah.
Be the guy's like, that ain't gonna do. Oh shit, that one hurt.
I don't know. I just think it's funny. It's like, out of all things, why? Like, they could just drop bricks on you, a big rock.
Yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
back to the story. So, Christman endured 9 days of the breaking wheel.
Whoa.
Until he died. In those 9 days, he was kept alive so he could endure as much pain as possible for his horrific crimes.
Hell yeah.
They would even go as far to give him strong alcoholic drinks every day to numb some of the pain to try to prolong his suffering. So they keep it going, you know? So, yeah, after 9 days, he finally fucking died. And I hope they took his body to the hole, threw him down there, and sealed it up.
Oh, put him in the hole.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah, true.
But so, yeah, that is the story and the end of one of the world's most notorious, or not notorious because not many people know about him, monstrous serial killers who was oh so very close to killing 1,000 people.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I didn't know about Jesus Christ, man. I didn't know about that guy at all.
Yeah.
That's like right up my alley. I love like these really weird old murderers.
And that's why I was very surprised and shocked that you had not covered.
Maybe because I did Sonny Bean and I was like, is this the same guy? And I probably just like skipped it. But Jesus Christ, yeah, that guy is Jesus Christ, man. I keep saying it. But
I mean, I will say, in my research, I did see some speculation on his existence even being real.
Oh, it's just like Sonny Bean. It's just like so old that like if
but there's so many
if
weird
it was real
specifics about that. It's like if you're gonna make this shit up, like they could have spiced it up a little bit, you know?
True, yeah. It's like maybe that was salacious. I mean,
like they would have made him a cannibal if this was fake.
That's true. Yeah, they would have made him like. I don't think he killed that many people, but like we don't. It's pretty easy to get away with murder back then. I feel like you know,
without
guy
MySpace?
Walking down the road, yeah. Yeah, no one's looking for their top 10. They're like, where's Connor? I haven't seen Connor in a while. Where is he? He hasn't sent me any Akon songs lately. He hasn't sent me Sorry Put the Blame on Me. Do you think that they played that at this fucking his crushing?
What was
Sorry Put the Blame on Me?
What was the thing on MySpace that was like, was it Notes?
What?
There's like a subsection of MySpace that you
is that where you put
like
up
status
like this? Oh, I think you meant like the survey things where it's like I've kissed somebody and you put like an X in there. And
yeah,
like,
no.
I've been to Disneyland. I've murdered a bunch 857 people.
I've been to Daytona 5000.
I've killed Daytona 800 and 960. Sorry.
I kissed a boy at Daytona 5000. I've hit a hole in one.
I've grinded on it a dance.
My favorite song is Little John and the East Side Boys, Get Low.
I ate candy after 10 p.m. once. My mom didn't know.
I've driven a motorcycle.
I had chicken marsala and got drunk.
I can ride a bike.
Anyways, that's how we end it. There we go. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, we love telling you the stories, and we love it when you stick around and listen. If you guys want any more information, you go to Camp Strange Podcast on Instagram and find all of the links in the bio to merch and where to listen to this. We already listened to this, so you know where to listen to it. And we'll post a very recent picture of Christ Man on there
with his special shirt. What does the shirt say? Christ Man lived in a cave.
Christ Man was a strange man.
Who lived in a cave.
But yeah, if you guys want to send us an email, send it to campstrangepodcast@gmail.com. And if you guys want to rate, review, and subscribe, we would greatly appreciate that. But I guess until next time, David, what do you have to say before we leave?
Yeah. It's October. Live it up. Watch a scary movie. Watch some spooky
Watch Scream.
shit.
Or what's the one you recommended?
Yeah, go watch Come True.
Come True.
So far, it's been really good. I think I've got like a half an hour left. My problem is I'll start watching movies, and then I get sleepy, and I look at the clock, and it's 3 a.m., and I go, fuck, I got to get up for work in 2 hours.
Yeah, I had to... I had to pause halfway between the French Connection because I was like, I can't make another 50 minutes. I'm too tired.
Yeah.
But anyway, cool. Well, what David said, and also, don't forget to stay strange.